Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my recap and reaction to the New York Knicks victory over the Washington Wizards. This game literally just got wrapped up 5 minutes ago, and the big story about this game is the unfortunate news of Mitchell Robinson fractured his right hand, and he will be reevaluated tomorrow. So we do not know how long he will be out, but if you research the timetable for a fractured hand, it's around 3 weeks if you're lucky, but it could be 1 to 2 months, which is a really big blow, and I'm going to talk about that in this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm posting Knicks content all throughout the season. If you guys want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that's at NYKnicks_media. With that being said, let's jump right into my recap of this very nice victory over the Washington Wizards. So this was a game that we, going into it, said we need to win this game. Because first of all, the Wizards are resting Bradley Beal, who is the leading scorer in the entire NBA. With Bradley Beal out and the Wizards only having 6 wins on the season, I said, oh my gosh, if we do not win this game, we have a problem. So luckily, we took care of business, easy. We did not have any worries. Obviously, the Wizards got back in it, but I never was worried. Looking at the Wizards out there, it was Westbrook and then a bunch of people that, you know, they were good shooters and all that, but the Knicks played good on all phases of the ball. So let's talk about some individual performances. Julius Randle had a very good game, bounce back game after his poor performance against the Miami Heat. Probably his only bad game of the year was last game against the Miami Heat. He finished with 24 points and 18 rebounds, 4 assists. Bully. So now let's talk about Mitch's game, because he was on pace to have a career night. I tweeted out, oh my gosh, Mitch is about to have a 2020 night, because he was on pace to do it. He finished with 10 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the field with 2 steals in the first half. And then he breaks his hand, fractures his hand. It's very devastating for the New York Knicks because he's their anchor of the defense. He's a huge reason why the New York Knicks are first in the NBA in defense. So they're going to have to adjust. Nerlens Noel is going to have to step up. Taj Gibson will be the backup for the foreseeable future. But Mitchell Robinson was a dominant presence tonight. He was all over the place, getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, just catching the alley-oops, cleaning up messes, just a big Energizer bunny. And this is why Mitchell Robinson has such a big role on this Knicks team. He definitely didn't have the greatest season leading up until this game, a very inconsistency. Sometimes it looks like he's not doing anything. Some games he explodes, and this was his breakout game of the season, and it's unfortunate that he had to end up with this injury because Mitch, he's a big reason why we've been very good this year, especially defensively. So off the bench, we got Emmanuel Quickley and Derrick Rose proving again that our backcourt is something special. We got Emmanuel Quickley finished with a light 16 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. Very inefficient, but I'm not worried. I like that he continues to shoot. He's aggressive, and he has confidence in himself. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. This guy doesn't miss free throws. Derrick Rose finishes around his season average at 14 points. He had 6 dimes to lead the Knicks and 3 rebounds. The best part about Derrick Rose is he was feeding Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin finished with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the field. I love Derrick Rose coming off the bench with the 2 rookies, Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley, because he understands that it's his duty to get both of these rooks cooking, and he is feeding Obi Toppin. I've said this over and over on my channel. You cannot write off Obi Toppin as a bust just yet because we've not been able to see his full potential yet. Nobody's been feeding him. Nobody's giving him the opportunity. Whenever he gets on the floor, it seems like the only reason Obi's on the floor is for Julius to get rest. And I understand that Julius Randle is our best player on the Knicks and he should get a lot of minutes, but I just don't think Obi Toppin has enough time to get in rhythm. Like, he only played 15 minutes tonight. Like, he doesn't even play 20 plus minutes. If you put him on the court with Derrick Rose for 20 plus minutes, I guarantee you will have a very good night because D Rose understands how to find Obi Toppin down low, and we saw it in full-fledged tonight, which is a very good sign. Some off night tonight, definitely from RJ Barrett. He struggled from the field. He only had 8 points in total, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 of 13 from the field, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line, but did have a +5 of a plus-minus. So RJ Barrett, he will have these games. I've said it numerous times, even during his good games. I even mentioned, like, RJ Barrett is the youngest player on the Knicks. He's going to have up and downs. I'm not worried about RJ. I just feel like he's maybe a little worried about that layup that he missed at the crunch time last game against the Miami Heat, but I'm not too worried about RJ. He will get into rhythm. He will be okay. I love that he keeps shooting. I feel like when RJ is struggling from the field, he really wants to utilize other parts of his game, and he proved that he is a two-way player tonight. Had 2 steals, was playing very good defense, had 4 dimes, 3 rebounds, so he's all over the place. Even though he's not scoring, he is doing other things. You like to see that from our guy RJ Barrett. And then Elfrid Payton, he finished with shooting 50% from the field, 12 points, nothing too flashy. That's just Elfrid Payton. And yeah, so that's really it. The best part about this game is we saw Kevin Knox, Theo Pinson, and Austin Rivers in. That's when you know it's a good night for the New York Knicks, because those are the situational players. Unfortunately, Frank Ntilikina is not available because of COVID protocols. He was exposed, so he couldn't get in there for the last 2 minutes, because I know all the Frank High would love to see Frank in there. But overall, this was a good game. I know it's a very big negative just because of the Mitch news, but we got to take this game like, okay, we got Taj Gibson, who came in off the bench with 6 points, and that's solid for Taj because he's going to be getting a lot of minutes. But I just want to finish off this video talking about Derrick Rose, because this man is unconscious. I mean, he's averaging 14 points per game for the season. He had 14 points against the Heat in his first game on the Knicks this year, and he bounces back with another 14 points performance, most impressively 6 assists. This guy coming off the bench is so energetic. He talked to Kenny Albert and Clyde Frazier after the game and had an interview with them, and they asked him his thoughts on Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickley, and he said that they're both dogs. He keeps telling Emmanuel Quickley to play his own game. He does not want him to be overthinking. Just play instinctually, play within yourself, and we'll all be adapting around you. And Derrick Rose wants to be the guy that can let Emmanuel Quickley thrive. And he also talked about Obi Toppin, saying like, Obi's going to be fine. I'm going to be mentoring him, telling him which spot he needs to go to. He needs to be running the floor, he needs to be cutting to the rim, and I'm going to find him. And we see Derrick Rose finding Obi Toppin. I don't know if you guys saw the funny meme and the funny video of Obi Toppin. I don't know which game it was, but he was like baseline, calling for the ball for literally 15 seconds in a row, and nobody found him. Now we have Derrick Rose. Obi will get fed, and Obi is a highlight reel waiting to happen. I feel like he needs to stop settling for jump shots, because that's not his game. He needs to pick and roll, run the floor. They'll feed you down low and finish at the rim, and he's going to be fine. I guarantee Obi Toppin will get more comfortable throughout the season. Even Clyde says it himself. He sees Obi Toppin getting way more comfortable out there on the floor, and that's what we want to see from our rookie, especially our 8th overall selection, because Obi Toppin was his expectations, I feel like, going into this year were so high, and that's why a lot of Knicks fans are writing him off so quickly. We're like, yo, like, Obi Toppin, we all expected him to be a potential rookie of the year, like when we drafted him, since he's a 22-year-old rookie, since he was college player of the year. And then we see Emmanuel Quickley come in and light up the league, so we're like, yo, Obi, what are you doing, bro? Like, you suck. Like, give Obi time, guys. Like, let Obi Toppin get comfortable. Not every single rookie is going to light it up right away like Emmanuel Quickley. We're lucky to have Quickley, am I right? But Obi Toppin will be fine. The more time he gets minutes, like, for example, tonight, in the third quarter, like, I do have a little problem with Tom Thibodeau's rotations, because in the third quarter, we're up by like 20 points. There's no reason for Julius Randle to play the entire third quarter, because if you want, like, I understand that Julius Randle's our best player. He gives us the best chance to win when he's on the floor. I totally understand that. But I feel like, especially with a back-to-back game going up against the Rockets tomorrow night, this would be a perfect time to let Obi Toppin get 20-plus minutes and let him get comfortable out there, because Julius Randle, he finished with 32 minutes, which is not crazy. He was way under his average, but there were some times where Obi Toppin was getting into rhythm, and they just sub him out. They sub Obi out, and they put Julius in, even when we're up by, like, big, and I feel like there's no reason for that. If we're up by 15, 20 points, leave Obi out there and see what he can do for a long period of time. Whenever Obi gets in some type of rhythm, I feel like Julius comes in his replacement, and that's it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have, since Julius Randle is that good, and that's going to hinder Obi's development, because Julius is playing like an all-star. So not the end of the world, but I just hope that Thibodeau can really ease up on the rotations at times, because it feels like the starting unit plays the entire first quarter, then the bench comes in for the first half of the second quarter, and the starters play the second half of the second quarter, and then the starters play the entire third quarter. And I don't know if I'm a fan of that, but let me know down below in the comment section. Just my opinion. I just hope that does not fatigue our players. I know that Randall's like second or third in the league in minutes per game, but I trust Tom Thibodeau. I trust his system. I trust his willingness and his adaptations to the system, and I feel like we're in good hands with Coach Thibs. So let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts of this game. I know the big headline of it is Mitchell Robinson being out for a long period of time. But I trust the next man up mentality. Nerlens Noel will be fine. Hopefully he can clean up those butter hands and start catching alley-oops and catching balls down low, because he's fine on the defensive end. But the offensive end, Nerlens needs to clean stuff up. So that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned all the way to the end of the video. If you guys are watching to this moment, make sure you comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji so I know you were here to the end. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you did not, like the video if you enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Let's go Knicks. Let's go beat the Houston Rockets tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.